Come on, guys. It's the ice Kopama season. Well, remember my last video when I talked about we winning by 3 goals and all 3 of them scoring? If you watch my video, check it out.
I also believe we should have 3 goals from Palmer, João, and Rogers. I want all of them to score now.
So I literally predicted the 3 goals, but I didn't expect the defense to be that way. Embarrassing. I literally forgot that my defense is still going to have Cowell, Sanchez, Ato, but just give it up to Lacroix. See, I don't want even calling him Lacroix. I need to call him Lacrosse because he was the one that literally crossed the ball for the second goal. Amazing game. Funny enough, a lot of people are saying that this is Xabi Alonso's system. We have not even literally played the system because I believe that as much as it's not really a possession possessed goal coach, it is still not enough. We literally didn't have enough possession against the game. Everybody was screaming for control, but you cannot have control with 2 midfielders just like that against a very high intensity Fulham. I don't know what Abella has done in that team, but they really played well. But we need to talk about Sanchez. We really need to talk about Sanchez. My God. Embarrassing. This is where you expect a goalkeeper to save your team. Like, these are the moments you expect a goalkeeper to keep the score at 1-0 and not put the pressure back on the team. Richard played well in the first minute. João Pedro. I said it, that this guy, this is the season. Like, when they didn't take him to World Cup, I was like literally screaming that the well-rested Kopama, João Pedro, we are going far. Literally. Good game, honestly. Good game. Attack-wise, midfield, I don't know what happened to Caicedo. I don't know what happened to Palestra, but I'm excited. If we can play that well with Lavia and James in midfield, imagine what could happen with Caicedo and Lavia, right? I'm not going to mention Enzo because it's a tricky situation. Do I want him? I want him. I respect him. He's a baller, right? I don't want to strengthen Man City, but his mind doesn't seem like it's there. Enzo for me is someone that we should keep. Keep Enzo, keep Lavia, keep Caicedo. Get another midfielder because we lost Santos. I don't know why we are losing Santos and Enzo in the same season and we're just replacing them with Anderson. That's not enough. Yeah, Bako is back, but it's not enough, right? But good game. Amazing game. I can't wait for our game against Luton Town. I believe that this is a chance for Xabi Alonso to use pendants. Let's know what we really have for this season. We can't just have Sanchez flopping up that last game and Penders. We really need to know what we have in store for our season. But what a good game. Yes. For the game entirely, is a good game. Tactically wise, it did the necessary part where we wanted to see in another game. The attack was fluid. And this is just one game. Imagine when they go 10 games, 15 games together, right? No one having an injury. Palmer, brilliant. I think Palmer performs better in a chaotic system. I won't call it chaotic, but a high intensity system. When the game is like under Maresca, it's not as if he didn't perform, but when it's a end-to-end press, it performs. Like that first goal, one touch, perfect. Moving to the wings. It's been a while I've seen Palmer move to the wings, come inside, beautiful. Like beautiful play from Palmer. Rogers, his possession football has been horrendous. I won't give him a spectacular performance. Aside the goal, there are places he lost the ball, caused pressure on that Ato. Cowell, what are you fucking doing, bro? Sorry for using that word, but what's Cowell literally doing, right? Aside from his passing, and maybe because he played at the left centre back rather than more than the CCB, I think he's perfect in the CCB where he literally sprays his pass from the left to the right. But where he played, he was under tension. But the good thing was that he maintained his composure despite having the yellow card. I think that's something we need to work on, especially the yellow cards. It's embarrassing. Achipong, what a player. This is why they wanted to keep him. What a defender. He did his beat. Our Kobe slept in some parts of the game. Sanchez was just everything. The game was a perfect 3-0, maybe 3-1 but it was still a goalkeeper error. That's why I want to see Penders very soon. So we decided we had to go for Martinez. I don't think I want to see. The thing is, Sanchez is like a woman. Good days, bad days. Is like when he wants to be a good keeper, he's literally trained world class levels. when he wants to be bad, you are embarrassed, and it cost us games. But when he's really in his stride, I want the Sanchez of Enzo Maresca last first season, ending of the first season. Like, that was Sanchez I really rated. But when he's under pressure, when he's missing chances, all the pressure comes to him immediately, and oh my god, I'm disappointed. Literally, I was disappointed because that scoreline was already amazing. When I scored the first goal, I was like, "Latest, get it, everybody, get it." Love the game, love the game. I can't wait to see more of Xabi Alonso football. But I've not even tasted half of it because we didn't have Palestra on time. We didn't have Chaveri at the left on time. We didn't have the midfield we want to have. The attack is fluid. The attack just showed you what we should see. Quenda and Estavio, we didn't see enough of Estavio. I believe he needs to be more serious. Neto, bro, are you staying or are you going? We need to have all this concluded soon. I'm still going to wait until the fifth game of the season to really make my judgment of what I think Alonso football is all about, because I've enjoyed this first bit. Fulham pressured us well. We didn't have possession, but we played well on high intensity and pressure. I love the man-to-man marking. It was really, really good. There was little good football all around. I love the rotations. The rotations was everything for me, right? What else am I missing? I think everything is well and said. I would love the Enzo Fernandez situation to be sorted out. It seems like he's going. I was embarrassed seeing my vice captain leaving the football pitch 1 minute after greeting the fans. That's not enough, right? It shows that he's going. But what are our replacements? I personally want Watson. I believe we should be getting 2 players, not just one. The thing is, when many people are saying, "Oh, Enzo Fernandez goals and everything," that's why we brought Rogers. We brought Rogers to cover for those goals that we might lose with Enzo Fernandez. In Xabi's system, he's definitely going to be playing more like a central midfielder with passes and more of less goals, but more of passes. So we need someone that can do ball carrying, spray passes, and still crash the box. And who can I get? Is that many people are saying Alex Scott. I'm not a big fan of him. I've watched 1 or 2 games, but Watson is who I want near Caicedo. Probably another midfielder if we have to look for in Europe. Football is vast. We will definitely see a good signing, right? But whoever signed João Pedro, my God, you deserve a bonus. Also, one thing I forgot to check up is the set piece coach. I love what he's doing. I love our rotations in the set piece. It is a little bit more threatening. Yeah, the corner kick were not really out. Maybe it's the first game, but good one. Then one more thing about Lacroix is 1v1 marking. My God, we would have drawn that game or lost that game yesterday if not for Lacroix, especially in his 1v1 marking, his last man defending. If it was Tosin, it was Chaluba. I love Chaluba, but bro, if both of them were in that game yesterday, especially in the position where Lacroix was yesterday, that would have been embarrassing. But I love the fact that we need one more centre back. Trust me, we need one more centre back. Although I think Fofana would come in and would really meet up to the standard for now. But love the game. Ato, good game, but guy, you are messing up yourself literally and putting yourself back into the bench. But lovely game. I can't wait to watch Luton. I'll drop my match prediction again, and I'll drop my first team for the game. Please, let's get it this season. Let's get it this season. I would love to see us second. Honestly, I want us to be on second spot. I don't see us really challenging for the title, even though everybody says we are challenging, and I also said you should challenge. But watching that defense yesterday, we cannot. I'm looking for games where we might need just 1-0, and we need a defense that can keep it at 1-0 when we need it. And that's where that kind of defense doesn't look like if it's a title-winning defense. But we need to work on towards it. If we can keep Lacroix fit, if we can put Fofana and make sure that Cowell is fit at the necessary time, I believe we can go far. But we need to do something about Sanchez. He needs to be spoken to. Xabi Alonso, lovely game, lovely aura. Your changes were a bit. I love the changes too. I forgot to mention about that. The subs were right. I think I won't say absolutely right in terms of we didn't control the game after that when he brought in Enzo Fernandez. But I felt like it was a bit more better rather than expecting a defensive sub. We got more of attacking sub where Neto came in, where Kwanda and Estavo came in, and which was better. I think that was the mentality of Xabi Alonso that I appreciated. It was really, really spot on in his sub in that game because we won. Obviously, if we have done 3-3, we would obviously be like, that subs were not right. But because we won, those were like really good subs to literally show his mentality. But the set piece coach, lovely. I would love to see more of the midfield. I believe I would love to see Bako in Luton. But don't worry, we'll be talking about that very soon in the next video. Thank you guys. Come on guys, welcome to another YouTube video. Today we'll be doing a preview match of Chelsea versus Luton, which is our EFL Cup match on Thursday. What are my expectations? I literally expecting a 2-1 win. Basically, I didn't want to do it 0 because of how bad the defense looked like against Fulham, and I believe that Luton, as much as they might be in the lower leagues, they will still be having this energy of the start of the season where they just want to get it done. This is the same period where Manchester United lost their their game last season and we're out of the cup. So as much as I'm expecting a big rotation, because I believe we should have a big rotation in this game, I want to see Penders in goal. Sanchez looked horrible, did his bit in certain places, in the last game, but he looked horrible for me. I would love to see Penders in full fit. If Penders can keep a clean sheet, I believe that's a telling sign for Sanchez to get ready to be replaced, right? I want Penders to be in the team. I want him to perform. I would expect a clean sheet from Penders because I would love to see if we need to go into this season with just those two keepers as our main target for this season. I trust in Sanchez. When we look at keepers in the Premier League currently, Alisson, Raya, I think he's still third compared to Donnarumma. So I don't know why. Yes, the reaction might be a lot, especially when Carragher was saying that yeah, we cannot win the league title with Sanchez in goal. But literally, Arsenal won with Madueke and Martinelli. Trust me, your yes, goalkeeping is one of the most important parts in a football team on a football match. So yes, I would love to see Pendas go. I would love us to play a 4-2-3-1. Yes, because I believe I want the big boys to rest, and with Arthur having a slight injury, I don't know if he will be back, but I would love to see a defense of Cowell and Lacroix, or Cowell and Archipong. I believe that Archipong should have another game in hand. He played fantastic role. He deserves another game in the next 4 days, which is against Luton Town. So maybe Cowell and Archipong. I know Luton Town might try a lot of area balls, because that's how Fulham almost got to us. He just kept whipping that ball over the top, and but he stood his beat. I believe Fufana should come in, so probably Fufana and Achipong. Yes, let's do Fufana and Achipong. What would I left want at the left back wing? I would love Chavre. I believe that he should start. Let's see his game in full. Other side, I don't know if Palestra will be back, but I want to see Palestra, or we should keep Rich James. Let him play his wing at this time, right? Or Gusto, because Gusto has the energy, and so that we know that against Brighton we can do a more rotation. So probably Gusto, or Gusto or Palestra. I don't know what the good manager will pick, but that's my two pick. In midfield, I would love to see Lavia to retain his spot, Esugo and Bako. I don't know if Enzo will be gone by then because at this point it looks like if he's going. But I'd love to see that three midfield: Esugo, Bako, and Lavia. In front, who would I want to see? I would love to see Quenda and Estavra with Welbeck. That's my lineup for the game. Like I said, my expectation should be a 2-0 or a 2-1. I would love us to keep a clean sheet. I would love to see Xabi Alonso. I'm personally looking forward to his games, because I believe I'm giving him like 5 games to 6 games to literally implement his style in football, because everybody was overreactive. Yes, we may be able to see a lot of things, but we're not in control of certain games. But then Xabi Alonso's football looks a little bit, I would say, chaotic, like in my last video, but I would say it has to do with a lot of press, right? The more you press, the more you transitions. Like it tells on transition a lot. So in this kind of thing, I think we'll have less possession. The beginnings will have a lot of possession, but I think he believes with a lot of transitions where once you get the ball, get it forward, get it on time, let your forwards, because the last game against Fulham, why we didn't have much of a possession, because yes, our midfield was just 2, but at the same time, it involved the midfield getting the ball on time and pushing it forward immediately. But in this game, I believe we should be having more midfield, more possession against Luton Town. I'm not expecting them to pose enough threats to us, but then it's the start of the season. Every team will literally want to push all their might to the game, right? I'm trusting us to go far in this cup. I believe we should still be able to reach a final if we retain our squad and everybody is in line with it. So that's my match prediction. That's my match team. I would love to watch Zabilo's football. Like, I'm excited for this season. Really, really excited for this season. What's your own match prediction? What are the team you want to see, and who do you want to see in this next game? Come on, guys, let's get this win. Welcome, guys. So today we'll be doing match reviews over the weekend, right? This weekend was exciting for the Premier League. I think everybody just came into the Premier League very excited. Some shocking results. I love the results. Basically, um, Arsenal started with a win. I think I wanted Lampard to do a little bit better with him, but then Coventry, I don't know, they might be the ones going back compared to how I thought they would be. That was a shocking attack. I think it will push them into the market to get more, especially wingers and probably someone to assist in attack. The midfield, I think they need an attacking midfielder. They were shocking in attack. Coventry were shocking in attack. Arsenal does got a free 3 points, but good game from Arsenal. Like I said, they're the dominating team in this season. Everybody's just running after them. They are sitting on the throne. It's just for them to be given the crown. Literally, they are the team to beat this season. The shocking game of this season of the weekend over the weekend was definitely, I think it's a battle between Mayu and Aston Villa. But I think I was more shocked by Aston Villa game. I didn't expect them to lose by 4 with what they have probably invested in and lost. Yeah, they lost certain players. But then Aston Villa was a shocking result. 4-0. Sad. I saw highlights of the game. I read few briefs and reports about the game, and it was shocking. I don't know what was wrong with them. They might definitely return Garnacho. Sorry, I'm going to be talking about this as a Chelsea fan, but then they might definitely return Garnacho to us. I don't see Garnacho really helping them in that season. It was sad to see him come in his 6 minutes. Yeah, although the game was gone, then only for me to be seeing reports saying that Aston Villa might be looking for another winger. Come on, what's going on there, Aston Villa? We're losing. We can't let you need to sign this guy. You need to sign Garnacho in full. But shocking results was Brighton versus Aston Villa. Brighton may have had a good game, but I believe that Chelsea should be challenging them in the next weekend. Yes. Most exciting game for me was Chelsea versus Fulham. Lovely football. Lovely football. I love the commentary. I love the reactions from every football fan out there. Man U fans, Arsenal fans, Liverpool fans, they're like, no, that is Xabi Alonso football. But for me, that's not still a 10% of his football, because I've watched enough of clips, analysis, and I believe that's just the start. We have an amazing attack. I said it before. This is one of the best attack in Premier League as a front three. Then we have Haaland and Arsenal attack. Why I said Haaland, because Man City attack in full, I don't see much of it, except if Foden picks himself up. If Semenyo does it, then yeah, that I said is first is Chelsea, followed by Man City, followed by Arsenal in terms of attack. My defense was in shambles. Chelsea defense was in shambles. But Fulham played a bit. I think Fulham fans should look forward to a good season. They should look forward to a good season. I didn't expect that much of them. Brentford and Brighton, what are they cooking? After watching that season, those games, it took me back to like, okay, should I go and change my overachievers, right? But then only for Newcastle to turn up. So Newcastle versus Liverpool, that's another game that like I said, Liverpool got lucky. Honestly, I've said it before. The attack will be this problem this season. If Isaac, Wirtz, and this boy, oh yeah, what's his name, Rio, if they don't turn up, it's going to be a really, really soft season for Liverpool. They have the defense, they have the midfield a bit, and they have a very good goalkeeper, right? But that attack needs to be sorted out. They needs to be sorted out very fast. Newcastle, like I said, the coach has aura. If you watch one of my shots, I said it that he has aura, and it's good to see that they played with more than what a lot of people expected, because losing out on Bruno Guimaraes, that's almost 80% of their midfield gone. Losing out on Tonali, that's a whole complete 100. So being able to still match a game with Newcastle, with Liverpool, it's a good thing to see. So amazing game between Newcastle and Liverpool. The other games, All City, amazing. All City, I love that game. Thank you for bringing Man U fans back to square one. You guys, calm down with your expectations. I literally say that I respect Carrick a lot. I love the football, but last season it's had more of a player turning up season. For Fernandez to turn up a lot showed more. Right now fans are now questioning Kuna position. They're questioning their wingers, which is for Man U fans to see that they see a lot of work to be done, especially in the midfield. I don't know what happened to Tielemans and Santos over the weekend, but then I feel it's a one match thing. They would get themselves right. Defense, they still need a defender. They can't go into all these competitions with that midfield, with that defense rather, which is Maguire. But it's good to see. Thank you for losing that game. Yeah, thank you for losing that game. Ipswich Town, that was a good game. Esiso, I knew that guy was good. I didn't want him to leave Strasbourg, but he left and he's turning up right back into the season. That was a good game against Sunderland. Sunderland, I don't know what happened to them, but then they will be in the mix. But exciting football game, exciting football game. I can't wait to see how next weekend will be. I would want my club to win. Chelsea. I think Arsenal will still push onto the third week. I think the third week is what I'm looking forward to, which is Chelsea versus Arsenal. But it was a good weekend so far. Best game of the weekend, Chelsea versus Fulham. Worst game of the weekend was who am I going to give it to? Yeah, I'll give it to Brighton versus Aston Villa. Surprising results or City versus Man U. Alright. Thank you. Please like, send a comment, drop a comment, share. If you're out for collaborations, please send the email. Yes, collaborate. Let's talk about football. Let's talk about banter. Yeah. Welcome to Legendary Takes. Bye, guys.